when he comes into office, may not happen right away, something will happen. He wants those hostages released. We know that several of them are Americans. He's very much appalled by what he sees. He's very much impacted by this. As you know, he's a great friend of Israel and a friend of the prime minister. And just as the president of the United States, he just doesn't want to tolerate this. And so I think he sent that message to tell them, look, we're going to deal with this one way or another. You need to release those hostages right away. And there's many ways you can deal with it. I mean, I could speculate. You know, Qatar pretends that they don't have any role in this. It's very simple. We tell Qatar, you get those hostages out or you're going to pay a price. They have all these investments in the United States. They play both sides of the aisle, the terrorist side and the democratic side. That's got to end. He has no stomach for Hamas. He's got no stomach for Hezbollah or any of these organizations. He wants Israel to win, but he wants it to be over with. I think that's the position of the Israeli government, actually, and the Israeli people, too. The current regime, the Biden, Harris, Blinken, Sullivan regime, has in many ways handicapped Israel. This would have been over much faster. They're boycotting them, withholding weapons that were already approved by Congress, which is unconstitutional. And I think that Donald Trump would deal with this very differently. If I had to predict, my prediction is he will say to the Israeli government, again, I'm just predicting, what do you need? Let's get this over with. We need to get peace in the region. I want to get the Saudis involved. I want to resolve these issues as much as possible.
We heard Minister Smotrich defining 2025 as the year of sovereignty in Judea and Samaria following Trump's victory. We hear others saying that it's better to keep quiet and refrain from declarations and defining expectations.
Again, I'm not an official spokesman for President Trump. I'm one of the few people who is not looking for a job in the United States government. I like what I'm doing. Now, that said, I think people do need to tamp down a little bit their own projections on what they think is going to happen. I love the sentiments that he talks about because I'm a big believer in Judea and Samaria. I mean, that's our ancestral homeland. That's the birthplace of Judaism. I don't think it should be all that controversial, even though apparently it is. I don't believe there is a West Bank of Jordan. If anything, there's an East Bank of Israel. That is Judea and Samaria. But, there'll be some, I suspect, pressure, counter forces involved, particularly from Saudi Arabia, some of these other Arab countries, I'm guessing, maybe even within the administration in some circles. But we'll see how that plays out. I think October 7th just disproved all the BS over all the decades about whether it's Oslo or anything else over these accords, which are fanciful. They're absolutely fanciful.
Okay, Mark Levine, thank you very much for joining us.
It's a great honor, and thank you folks for being there. You really are like a safe harbor in the middle of radical left-wing media. We have it in this country. Unfortunately, you have it in your country. It's a great honor. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Be well.